Welcome to the Freedman Adventures YouTube studio at 22nd Street. Man, it's great to see you boys here.
Yeah, it's awesome. Pleasure. Thank you for having us here today.
No problem. So, folks, listen, we're going to find out all about Javier here, who caught a freaking Dorado off the docks in Newport Harbor here recently. I'm dying to hear that whole story. And also, we're going to hear about a free tournament this Saturday. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
This Saturday, we got a free tournament down there in Newport Beach. It sounds great. If your budget's, a little difficult right now, you're new to fishing, your mom wants to take the kids fishing, we'll cover all of that also. So, boys, it's good to have you here. But first, let's cut to the chase, and that's you, Javier. I want to know about this Dorado. When did you catch it, first of all?
Let me look at the timestamp.
No, you don't have to be exact. Do you remember what day it was?
I don't.
Oh, okay. Jay Wes, what the heck?
It was this past Wednesday.
You're well prepared. All right, there you go.
Yeah.
Wednesday you caught it. What time of day?
It was 4:20ish.
All right, now put that away and just talk to me because we don't want you staring at your phone.
Yeah, I was
all right,
looking at the
you caught it in the
beautiful colors of
afternoon
the
on
Dorado.
Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What were you fishing with? What kind of lure?
It was a 1.5 pink hooked up bait.
The hookup baits.
Yeah.
Man, those things catch everything.
So I just threw it out for the fun,
What were you fishing for?
I was fishing originally for halibut.
Yeah.
I do like a Carolina rig, and I throw out normally a live minnow.
Yeah.
And I just let him sit there until he gets hit.
Yes.
But while I was waiting, I decided to throw on that hooked up bait and just keep tossing it and tossing it and tossing it. I wasn't really expecting to catch anything, but
Especially a frigging Dorado, right?
Yeah, it's crazy.
I was astonished when I pulled it up, and I was in disbelief, But
Did you know immediately? I mean, had you seen Dorado before? Did you know what it was?
I knew what it was.
Yeah.
I like I said, I was astonished catching it in the harbor.
Yeah.
Because normally they're out there.
Yes.
By the islands,
Yeah.
They're normally not in shallow water, but he was there and he bit that hook.
Man, congratulations. What a catch. And how big was it, more or less?
22 inches and a half.
Okay, perfect, man. And you must have been stoked. Did it?
Hell yeah.
Did it? Yeah. Did it jump?
It was more like trying to go toward the bottom. It wasn't really trying to come up.
Yeah.
But
So you thought you had maybe a halibut or something, or?
but it wasn't really shaking its head.
Yeah.
So I wasn't really thinking that, so I ruled it out. But when I finally pulled it up, I was scared it was just gonna pop off. It did start jumping at the end when I was bringing it in, but I just brought it up to the dock.
Excellent. We should give some of the credit to this whole thing. You get the credit for catching the darn thing, but Dave Hansen, your saltwater guide, actually put us all together. Dave sent me a message and said, Phil, I got a story for you, man. This guy caught a Dorado and, blah, 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 blah. And it's pretty cool, man.
Yep.
Yeah, in fact, Dan Smith down in San Diego says exactly that. He says, this is so cool. Dan, great having you here with us this morning. Always great to see you. So, wow. I mean, maybe just another El Nino signal, right? Maybe a sign of more interesting things to come.
Calling. Yeah,
Good job, dude.
Nice. Right on.
You ever caught anything? Is that your best? Would you put that up there as one of your best
Probably.
catches, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if I caught it.
Especially if you're not on the boat,
Yeah.
You're catching a Dorado.
Right. That's what makes this so unique, so special. There's a kid who comes down here all the time. His name's Michael Limon. And a lot of times I'll send his grandpa a message because I know Michael looks at it. And they were going to come and they couldn't come. And I'll go, oh, that's too bad. We caught 3 Dorado on the docks. And they're like, oh my God. And then I said, no, we're not catching Dorado. But you actually did it. Pretty good. Josh Blaze is with us. He says awesome, and I couldn't agree more.
Thanks,
I think
Josh.
it's fantastic. All right, let's get into this tournament. Chris, and both of you guys have something to contribute, but I'll turn to you, Chris. What is it, man? Let's hold that right there while you're talking.
This Saturday, we have a free tournament here in Balboa Peninsula down in Newport Beach. And the biggest fish wins $100 and 1-year subscription to the Your Saltwater Guide website. And there's going to be a bunch of gifts and prizes for the second place. We got a lure come in with a shirt and a hat, and looking to bring everybody together. And there's going to be a good turnout to get recognition and a platform to be able to come to make everybody aware of what's going on. Hopefully see you guys out there on Saturday. Special thanks to Phil and Captain Dave Hansen. Appreciate you guys.
But the thing that's great about this is it's free.
It's free.
It's absolutely free. Now, so if I don't know anything, I'm thinking about a single mom with a couple kids, and she has no idea about fishing or anything else. Are there volunteers there to help out and show people what to do? How does that all work?
Yep. So me and my brother are going to be there. We're going to help run the whole thing. I'm not going to be fishing. Anybody that catches their fish is going to send me the picture. I will verify the length and weight and record every single fish. There's going to be a really big turnout. So I'm looking to have, we already have about like 70 hits. So hopefully about 100, maybe more. That would be great.
Good. That sounds awesome. Turn this fan off.
Yeah.
It's probably making too much noise. That sounds awesome, man.
Yeah.
So how long? What are the hours of the event?
So it's Saturday, September 2nd. It's from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. And it's anywhere on the Balboa Peninsula, Newport Pier, Balboa Pier, the jetty down there on the wedge, and Kids Beach Dock. And right there, and all the surf fishing is available too. So if you guys think you could pull something up from the fish, maybe a halibut winner or something, this will be my third tournament. The first tournament was won with a 17-inch bonito, and second tournament was won with a 26-inch halibut, 26 and a half. And that's Matt, the halibut hound right there. So he's part of the family too. So thank you, Matt, for that. Text the number here, 714-599-6905.
Whoa. Slow down there.
Get the
Give that
information.
number again. Slow down.
714-599-6905. We'll send you all the information and the entry info. Like we said, it's a free tournament, all ages. Anybody can come. Hopefully see you guys out there on Saturday. We're going to have a really big turnout. Keep everybody, incentivized to fishing, and keep the local community together. So, as long as everybody stays tuned, and with Phil Friedman here and, all the other platforms, we're able to spread the knowledge and keep the news out. And, everybody, just keep watching and stay tuned, because we got a lot more coming.
Oh, Chris, this is great, and it gets the community together, and it's so important nowadays, especially for kids that are on their phones too much.
Yep.
I am completely opposed to kids being on their phones unless they're watching the Phil Friedman show. Then 24 hours a day, skip your homework, everything else. No, I'm kidding. You can get too much, and it's bad, and it's good to be outdoors, right?
Yeah, it's good to get outside, get the kids outside, and and help them with the knowledge that we know. If you don't know, don't feel embarrassed. We can help you with anything. We have extra gear. And then, Javi has a mobile tackle shop here. If you guys need any extra stuff, we'll be getting to that here soon. But, we're here to help too as well. For the ones that really don't know much, just don't be embarrassed to come out. We will help you, get you situated. You never know. You can win this thing,
Way to go. Josh Blaze says, I'm a member of that website, and he absolutely loves it. I think he's talking about Dave Hansen, right?
Yeah.
You guys don't have a website, right?
Nope,
So,
nope.
yeah, all right. Thank you, Josh. LA Exotics has a question for you, Javier. And that question is, he says, man, that Dorado catch is crazy. What part of the harbor were you fishing at? No disinformation like I used to give when I was a commercial fisherman. Give the truth.
So I was on Kids Beach, and it's just right there on the dock.
Why do they call it? Do anybody know why they call it Kids Beach?
That's the name of it.
Oh, okay.
It's just like a public dock.
Yeah.
And I was fishing on the right side, so like going more towards out the ocean, because if you fish the left side, it's going more in the harbor.
Yeah.
So there's like a little pocket in the right side where it's a little deeper.
Yes.
And I was letting it sink and bringing it up and letting it sink.
Yes.
I was just trying out. I didn't know what I was doing. I caught fish on hooked up baits before.
Yeah.
So I know it's a good lure.
Yes.
I love them.
Yeah.
And I threw it on there, and that's what I abducted.
Was it a pretty good fight? Was it a good fight?
It was short. It was strong, but it was short.
Yeah.
Because I got braid on my pole, so I can really just pull them in.
Yeah.
So it's like, I guess like they don't really stand a chance if they're not that big.
What a cool surprise, though. You guys
He was
giving?
beautiful.
He was still big though. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, right.
But like I said, because I have a 20-pound braided line, so it's easier to just pull a fish.
Shoot, man. I mean, Have I ever caught a Dorado at the docks, even in Mexico? I don't think so. I mean, you're one of very few people who pulled that off.
I seen a video online of some dude who was in a creek and he caught a bigger Dorado. It was the size of his boat.
In a creek?
Yeah, it was weird. He was all like, "No way, I just caught this," and like it was still flopping and all that.
Yeah.
Because most of the time people just do it to like clickbait people, so they watch their
Yeah,
video.
right.
You know, but I saw the fish and it was flipping. It was still alive. I was like, no freaking way.
That's crazy.
It was insane. He was like, it was like, how should I say it? It looked like a swampy area.
Uh-huh.
And it was just chilling there.
Was it here in the U.S. or Mexico?
I don't
Sounds
know.
like Mexico.
I
maybe.
just seen it on Instagram. It was a video.
Yeah.
I should have saved it.
What is with your mobile tackle shop? What's that all about?
So pretty much it's just like if you're right there on the peninsula and you need some tackle, whatever it is, and I'm able to supply it to you. Whatever it is you need, I'll be out there as soon as possible until supplies run out, you know. But I'll try my best to come out there as fast as possible and get you whatever you need.
All right, Chris, what is the prize for the biggest Dorado on this land-based?
Oh, no, if you get a Dorado, there might be a little extra in there, something for you, huh? But, you know, following the tournament at 5 p.m., we're going to have a meet and greet barbecue. You know, I'll have some, you know, bluefin tuna going there. I caught it on the boat not that long ago.
No, are you going to charge for that, or is that?
No, everything's just accommodated.
You guys are incredible.
So hopefully everybody comes out at the meet and greet and gets to meet everybody on Kids Beach. You can look it up on Google. It's right there on the maps. But, you know, there's going to be music and games, and, you know, that's where we're going to do the giveaway and announce the first prize winner.
Excellent. Dan Smith says he is also a Your Saltwater Guide member. He loves Captain Dave and Kelly Girl. And then he throws in, he doesn't want to get me mad. He's, I love Freeman Adventures family too. Yeah. Oh, Dan, I know you do. Don't worry about it. I'm screwing you. Josh Blaze. Hey, Dan, those are two podcasts I watch. I assume Dave and myself. So Dave's a funny guy. We've known each other for probably 40 years, something like that. A long time. You folks up that way do so much great stuff, Dan Smith says. And Josh says, you got it. So awesome. Speaking of doing great stuff, you guys are doing great stuff when you get the community to come together and you provide something that's absolutely 100% free.
That's what it's all about.
That's so cool.
You know, I try to give back. You know, I got this give back program too, just like Dave does. He's really big into that, you know, so, you know, he keeps me, you know, happy, and I'm incentivized to keep everybody, you know, in tune with fishing and just keeping it going. You know, everybody from all ages need to come out and, you know, just keep up with the local knowledge here that Phil has. You know, he brings a lot of people on the show, and you know, thank you, Phil, for giving us a platform to come and, you know, promote this little free tournament here, and you know, looking forward to it. So another thing is we have another sponsor, Catch 'em Tackle in Costa Mesa. Big Rick over there. If you stop in and say, you know, Balboa Fish Group, you know, you heard the word, he'll be able to give you a little bit of a discount too. So looking forward to that.
So you just go to that tackle store, mention you guys, and you get a discount. That's pretty
Catch 'em
good.
Tackle, that's good. Yeah. So that's Rick. That's the second. It's our second year working with Rick there too. So he took me to the PCS show here in Costa Mesa, and he took me under his wing and showed me around, brought me to all the booths, and you know, I have a lot of big name people that I talked to. I went to the Shimano booth, the Phoenix booth, my buddy Scott there at the Seeger booth. Like we have a lot of big ties here, and we can really make it happen. So stay tuned, because I'm going to have a lot more products coming out and a lot more tournaments as well. So
sounds exciting to me, man. You know, if you walk into Island Fishing Tackle in Carson, California, and you mention Phil Friedman, you know what they do?
Yeah, what's that?
They throw you right out of there. Yeah. Immediately. Get out. You don't want anything to do with me over there. Sam. Thanks, Sam. Really sounds great, man. I mean, there's a barbecue. There's free fishing. How about somebody that doesn't have a rod and reel? You have rental rods or anything?
No rental rods, nothing. It's bring your own bait and bring. You know, you gotta you know, be in tune a little bit. But if you're missing anything, we'll be happy to help you get set up. If we have anything extra, I'm pretty sure somebody will lend a lending hand, because everybody here, we stick together. It's a community-based thing, and it's free, so you can't ask for more. Like, this is, you know, just looking and hoping for a good turnout, so you know, everybody can stay together.
Yeah, and your tackle store, I'm sure you can go down there and they can recommend kind of a lower end rod
Yeah.
and reel to get a couple kids through and see
Yeah.
if they actually like
Yeah,
this or not. Or
exactly.
it's going to be gorgeous weather this for Saturday, isn't it?
Exactly. The
Yeah.
weather report is looking beautiful too. So bright sunny days, and it's starting early at 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. You know, you can get there for an hour and win this tournament. You know, just you know, it doesn't matter. Anybody can win, and that's what it's all about.
And let's be honest about this, Javier. It's really not about winning the tournament, is it? It's about getting out, having a great time, meeting new friends, like-minded people
Exactly.
who, fishing people, as far as I'm concerned, are really good people, hardworking, do a lot of good in the communities. I mean, I started
Exactly right.
this clothing drive for Mexico, and it was like, okay, we'll do it one time. You know, hey, anybody out there, if you have any, this frickin' whole place got filled to the point where we had to take it to a warehouse in La Mirada, and now there's no stopping it because people keep wanting to help and reach their hand across the border, as I like to say, and help our hermanos y hermanas, our brothers and sisters in Mexico. And it's just such a beautiful thing. And you guys are feeding right into that,
Yep,
doing something
yep.
really beautiful.
And one thing I do not want to forget about, though, guys, right now is our beach community family here in Maui. We cannot forget about Maui, guys, because that's our community as well too, and they need help over there. And you know, for that not to be on our minds would not be all right with a lot of people. So, you know, let's keep them in our prayers and in our minds. Let's give a moment of silence for Maui, just for a brief second here. Let's keep it on top of our minds so we don't forget. All right, guys. Thank you guys
Beautiful.
for that moment
Beautiful.
of silence. We love Maui. Let's go. Keep Maui strong, and we have you on our prayers.
All right, Dan Smith says, you guys, I assume he's talking about you because Dan always makes fun of me. You guys are doing so much great stuff for fishing. He loves it. Me too.
Thank you.
I admire both of you guys. You're doing good. And we should, I don't know, I should have had a trophy or some kind of a Dorado thing, you know? I mean, look at. I even got the Dorado cut out of the shot. I'm not very smart, you know, but we can see its bottom fins in the shot, at least. But that's an extraordinary catch, Javier. I think that's really fantastic.
Yeah, the fishing is really picking up. You know, like the bass are smacking really hard out there. The halibut, it's been a really wonderful year with the halibut. The sheephead are biting. Like, we do a lot of land-based fishing, so we're not on the boats a lot. I know these guys are always talking about the boats and stuff, but we keep it like land-based fishing because, you know, a lot of people, they don't have the budget to get out there on the boat. So, you know, they get out here on the pier or a dock or, you know, a kayak if you can, but you know, everyone's just looking to catch that fish, and that's what it's about. Is when you make that cast and you're in tune with your rod, you know, everything, you know, disappears, and that's all you're thinking about is just catching that next fish, and that's what it's all about.
My God, Captain Tom Durer is here in our audience. There are very few captains as old as Tom. He's 146. And I know he doesn't. Oh, he's gonna kill me, everybody. All right, hey, maybe we'll get you on after this. You ready to do a live podcast? Did you see I bought a fan and put it out there just for you? No, this is the one that was here. I got you one. It's on. It's turned on.
Keep doing your
All right, boys. Once again, anything else that we need to cover on this before Tom hits me over the head with a baseball bat or something?
Just don't forget it's this Saturday, and text the phone number 714-599-6905 for all the entry and info, and looking forward to seeing you this Saturday.
Javier, anything you'd like to say about this magnificent catch? Javier caught a Dorado off the docks in Newport Harbor, Tom.
I'm just stoked.
Try to
about
contain yourself out
and,
there.
Hopefully, I hook onto something big that's extraordinary and rare like that. You know, I always be experiencing some type of like I don't know, like a weird encounter with the fish.
Well, here, I'll tell you what we're going to do. When we end this podcast, I'm going to take a fishing rod. I'm going to tie some line around Tom's leg, and that is something rare and extraordinary, let me tell you.
That's a big one.
I'm on you today, huh? All right. Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us for this special live update here. By the way, you can go in the show description and see where to find these guys on Instagram, and their phone number is listed there also for you. We'll be back with lots more later today. Don't forget, we have on October the 20th, our 5-day trip on board the Independence. you want to go to independencesportfishing.com for further information on that. I'll leave that for our plugs. Boys,
Sweet.
thanks for being here.
Awesome. Thank you, Phil.
Anything else?
Thanks.
You guys want to give
Thank
that
you,
phone
guys.
number one more time, and I'll go out here and shut this off.
Right. Here we go.
And go ahead and say it verbally. What's the phone number?
714-599-6905.
Thanks, boys.
Thank you.
All right.